Hey everyone, I'm CJ.
And I'm Noah.
And this is the Long Box for June 26th, 2013. Alrighty, so, first off, before we get into reviews, there's... I'm kind of embarrassed by this. So, if you recall,
okay,
last
CJ.
week, I had pointed out that aside from John Marsters, there was no Doctor Who guests. That was going to be at this year's Winnipeg C4 Comic-Con. Well, I found out partially why that is. Two of the former Doctor Who cast members, Colin Baker, who played the 6th Doctor, and Fraser Hines, who was James Robert McCrimmon on Doctor Who, have been called away to another convention going on in, I believe it's New York, on the same weekend.
American man.
So...
Stealing our shit.
Well, technically, it's the UK stuff.
Yeah, but we're like their, illegitimate child.
I understand what you're saying.
No,
but,
the US is the illegitimate child. We're the legitimate child.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but, that's... So, my apologies to the C4 convention staff people, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, you couldn't get anyone else? But anyways,
Yeah, we could, try to, reanimate William Hartnell's corpse Frankenstein style.
I know a few people who would disagree with that course of action, and that would be impossible because the man was cremated.
So what, his ashes are scattered across space and time now?
Anyways,
You'd like to believe so, I think.
Let's get on with reviews. So this week,
Alright.
I have X-O Man of War issue 14, and as I'm sure all of you can see from the cover art, I have managed to pick up the video game cover edition, which is
Oh fuck, it's
very
Metroid.
nice. Yeah, it does actually look a lot like Metroid.
That is
doesn't it?
Metroid from the NES.
Well, except with
I know. It's
colors.
It's Metroid homage.
And Wolverine and the X-Men, issue 32, part 2 of the Hellfire Saga.
Question: do we get to see Emma Frost's breasts?
If we do, it hasn't happened yet.
Crap! Come on, X-Men.
And either way, she plays a bigger role in the all-new X-Men.
Well, I guess I know what X-Men book I'm picking up now. It's
Anywho,
a joke, you jackass.
what do you have for reviews this week?
Well, since this is the last week before Nostalgia Month begins here on the Long Box, I thought I'd, do something I haven't done before. And review an Ultimate Marvel comic. We have
Okay.
Ultimate Comics, The Ultimates, issue 26. Now, this is the next part of Ultimates Disassembled. And next up, we have A Treat for You All, Superior Spider-Man, issue 12.
Anywho, so do you want to go first, or should I?
You know what? I'll get Superior Spider-Man out of the way.
Okay, then.
I did it. I didn't screw up this time.
For any of you who are wondering, because I've obviously edited a cutscene in here, Noah's talking about the fact that he did not knock over the comic book stand. So anyways,
I said I was sorry. God, get over it. So, in issue 11 of Superior Spider-Man, Mayor J. Jonah Jameson asked Spider-Man to oversee the execution of Alistair Smythe, the Spider Slayer, on the Raft Prison Island. And if you've been following Amazing Spider-Man before this shit happened, you know that Alistair Smythe killed Jameson's wife, Marla.
okay.
You're still shocked that J. Jonah Jameson is mayor of New York City, aren't you?
I'm still trying to absorb that, yeah.
Yeah, you've been out of the loop way too long, man.
Blame the Groan Saga.
I'd still take it over this, honestly.
Wow.
But I'd probably take this over one more day. But anyway, so, getting back to Superior Spider-Man issue 12. It starts off, and Alistair Smythe's execution has failed, and he's attempted to escape. But Spider-Man, or Spider-Ock, as I should call him until Peter Parker comes back, is basically running rings around him, or so he says, because he's superior to everyone else. And he's, had a whole bunch of backup plans in place to make sure that Alistair Smythe doesn't escape. So guess what he does? He puts the craft on lockdown with the, people who came to watch the execution inside, and then he sends in his spider bots to create a force field around them so that they won't be harmed. I don't know.
Okay.
But Mayor J. Jonah Jameson says, "Fuck you guys," and walks out of the force field, grabs a guard's gun, and gets ready to go kill Smythe himself because Smythe killed his wife. I love that curmudgeon old bastard CJ. I fucking love him. He should be doing the superhero shit. Not this motherfucker. Okay. So, meanwhile, Spider-Man's, battling back and forth with Smythe, calling him an idiot and saying, "Oh, I've got the superior brilliance. I've got backup plans of backup plans of backup plans, bitch." And then he says, "Oh, I alerted the Avengers, even though the Avengers have recently gone off into space. So I doubt they're going to come back to put up with this jackass again." We all saw what happened in issue 7 when that happened, when they tried to put up with him. So, Smythe calls in Scorpion, Boomerang, and Vulture, 3 of the villains who in the past, 10 or so issues have basically been maimed by Spider-Man. He webs Boomerang's bomberangs to his suit and pretty much blows him up, and I assume he killed him, so that's another supervillain he's killed. And then he sends Scorpion and Vulture after Jameson and the hostages, and Alistair Smythe says either he can save the hostages or Jameson, and Spider-Man says, "I'm not going to do either of those. I'm going to kick your Smythe and kill you."
Okay. So,
it's
rating?
It's a good issue. The art is good. The writing's, really nice, but it's just, it's just not my personal taste. I mean, if it's up to your alley, go ahead and spend $3.99, but I'd give it a Netflix.
Okay. So, X-Men of War, issue 14. This is the end of the Planet Death saga. So we finally have an end for one of the 2 big Valiant series events going on right now. So after this, I guess really it's just Harbinger Wars, and then we're in the all clear zone.
Yep.
So, X-Men of War, issue 14. This is pretty much what happens. Eric leads an army of aliens / Visigoths to storm the city on one of the Vine homeworlds. I'm forgetting the name of it right now. And I'll remember it at the end of this review, just trust me. And they storm the city, and the Vine council is talking to one of the priests and to one of their generals, saying, "Oh, well, that's not going to happen, because if they do take it over, we're just going to blow up the entire city." And from space, because space lasers. And yeah, it sounds almost something that you'd hear in Halo, which I'm not saying that to bash the story. I'm saying that as a compliment.
Yeah, because Halo is actually a pretty well-written first-person shooter.
Exactly. They do have good plot points.
Which are you talking about?
Halo.
Yes.
But anyways, so after this, it turns out that, your space laser, because I managed to get my way into the Vine Council room somehow, and he kills all the council members.
Fuck yeah, for massacring.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, my mistake. And now this is where the really big spoilers come in, so if you really don't want to get spoiled, skip over the next, gonna say 3 minutes. So, anywho.
You probably don't want to know what I'm going to be doing during that 3 minutes anyway, but I mean, what?
Anyways, so that being said and done, he contacts the people on the giant space laser cannon and is like, "Hey, I just killed your council. If you want to live, I suggest you surrender now." And they're like, "Oh, shit, okay, hail, the man of war." And then Eric is about to leave. The priest says, we've returned all the aliens to their home worlds. What are you going to do? And Eric says, well, I'm going to take the Visigoths and we're going to go home. Which is really confusing, because I'm not sure if by that he means he's found another planet and named it after his kingdom, or if he's going home, or if there's some time travel involved, or what exactly is going on.
Wobbly, timey-wimey.
Exactly. It's just, it's kind of...
Seems to be happening a lot in comics these days.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a good thing, that like time travel, if that is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That they're bringing time travel in. So with that being said, the ending was a little confusing. However, the story was really good. The art was really good. I have zero complaints other than that, so I'm going to give it a go and buy it now.
Especially for this freaking cover. Metroid, bitches. Come on, don't you guys like Metroid?
Anyways, so...
It's not Samus Aran under there, unfortunately.
X-O Manowar,
But the dude's
issue 14. Go and buy it now. Oh, and there is one thing I do want to say about Diamond. So off-screen, last episode, I was talking to Noah about how they screwed up, or messed up, 2 of the covers for 2 of my video game variant comics. This one they didn't screw up. So, way to go, shipping guys. You did your job properly. Alrighty, so I guess on to the...
How much are you guys getting paid to do this shit?
Ultimates.
Ultimate Comics, The Ultimates, issue 26. Ultimates Disassembled is continuing. Like I said before, it's basically the Infinity Gauntlet, but just without Thanos so far. And
Is that Thor?
Yeah, that's Thor getting his ass kicked by the Hulk.
Boo.
Yeah. I take it you're not a fan of the Hulk kicking Thor's ass.
Thor is a god. Just throwing that out
The
there.
Hulk is the fucking Hulk, though.
Thor is a god.
Anyway, so the issue starts off not with Hulk kicking Thor's ass. Just
Good.
yet.
Good.
So, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the Ultimate side of the Ultimate Universe, Reed Richards has gone crazy. He's turned himself into some kind of pseudo-scientific god who thinks he can, change the world for the better. And Kang has finally shown up. Instead, in this universe, he's a chick. Don't ask me, it's the Ultimate Universe. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Well, then again, they went and did this thing with the X-Men, so why not?
And they give us a Black Spider-Man, but I actually applaud that. Miles Morales
Yeah.
actually awesome. Let's see what else. And Quicksilver's with Reed Richards, and the Hulk is out of his cage. And they're basically working together to create a whole bunch of, crazy new scientific inventions that'll allow everyone to live a better world. We're getting rid of the economy. No, really, they're getting rid of currency. I don't know how that works, but okay.
It doesn't, but okay.
They're also getting rid of copyrights. So now everything's in the public domain. I guess with currency, with no currency, it
Okay,
doesn't
sure,
really matter.
continue.
Anyway, so basically they're making the world as bland as freaking possible. And they're assuring us that it's going to be for the better, but they don't realize Reed Richards is a fucking crazy nut job. So, we cut to Iron Man, Monica Chang, Thor, and Anthony, Monica Chang's son, who I guess she had with Tony, implied by the dialogue. I don't know, I'd have to go back and read way back in the Ultimates books.
Okay.
So they're out of power at one of Stark's warehouse units because, Reed Richards has seized Oscorp, Stark Towers, and they've also kidnapped Captain America, who was the President of the United States previously in this book.
I'm not even going to make the joke. It makes itself.
You can make your own jokes. So, basically, they're without power. Tony's got no armor. They're trying to crack Reed Richards' encryption system, but it's either going to take them 500 years or a computer the size of a solar system to do it, because I guess Reed Richards is that freaking smart. I never really liked him at all that much. So, then we cut to Reed's lab. Sue Storm shows up. She's decided to, kick Reed's ass. She says, oh, everybody used to bully you and call you a freak. Well, now you're turning yourself into a bully and a freak. You become a cliche. And then he says, oh, please, You really think you can kick my ass? I've got the most weird, whacked out shit stretch body. I don't even vomit or shit anymore. Tony's trying to get his gauntlets to work with the Infinity Gem that's apparently right below their warehouse. He's like, well, why is there an infinitely powerful space rock beneath my warehouse? Well, you do have a bit of a drinking problem. Touche. So anyway, so the issue ends with Reed Richards being taken out by Quicksilver, and all of a sudden, he starts bleeding from the head, and it turns out the brain tumor he's had for so long is actually one of the Infinity Gems inside of his skull.
I think lesson of this issue is go see your doctor for your regular checkups, kids.
Yes, or you might end up with a magic space rock in your fucking head.
Anyways, so rating?
Bargain bin.
Bargain bin?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the best issue of the Ultimates I've read yet.
Alrighty, so
Nice ringtone, by the way.
as quickly as possible, because we're almost out of time for this episode, Wolverine and the X-Men, issue 32. So,
Oh, so that's what that title means.
yes.
I thought it was Wolverine and the Nightcrawler babies.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, about the Nightcrawlers, so I was hoping, and I mean like really hoping, that they were going to bring back Nightcrawler.
After that shit happened.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that's not the case, because these Nightcrawlers have the intelligence of a dog. I am not kidding.
What?
In the book, just hold on. In the book, Wolverine finds out that these Nightcrawlers like whiskey. I'm not kidding. It gets better. It gets better. So not only do these Nightcrawlers like whiskey, but they like it to the point where they could be considered alcoholics.
Oh, God.
Because Wolverine finds out that they've been taking nips of his whiskey without him knowing it. So he filled up a bunch of glasses and made a trail like in E.T., except instead of Reese's Pieces, it's with glasses of whiskey. Yeah. Leading them to a bunch of leashes, which he uses, like those leashes that some white people have their kids on.
Yeah.
And uses them to track down a teleporter who's been working for the Hellfire Club. We're going to wait a little bit and let Noah collect himself, so you're going to see kind of an awkward edit. So the Alcoholics Anonymous group tags along with Wolverine, and unfortunately they don't wind up at Tony Stark's house. But anyways.
Okay, you say AA is a tag along with Wolverine?
Pretty much.
That's not a joke,
that's pretty much what this
Oh,
is.
God.
It's if AA looked like demons and could teleport.
Okay, that's it.
So
Who's ever writing this book is going off the deep end.
I wanna know. Oh man, I wanna know what. Yeah, I wanna know what they're smoking, cause damn, that must be some good stuff. But anyways,
That's how we write comics.
yeah. So if nothing else, it was very entertaining. I certainly enjoyed it, even if these characters aren't Nightcrawler. It's nice just to be able to appreciate this kind of art style. Oh, that and Toad does probably the smartest thing that's ever happened in this book for the longest time. He walks up to like the group of, I'm not even sure what to call them. I'm going to call them Hellfire Club members, because it makes sense. But anyways, he walks up to them and he's like, what if these kids don't want to be supervillains? Like, maybe we should just educate them. And then his wife totally bitches him out, and it's like, wow, you
bitch!
Yeah, it's just like, all the guy was trying to do was help, and you're like, no, go away. So, I felt kind of bad for Toad, because he is the only person that said anything that actually makes sense in this entire book. But anyways, as for my rating on this, I'm I'm gonna give it a Netflix.
I'd give it a read it with a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, this is one of those books. If you can read while you're high, not that I would suggest you go get high because that's wrong. This book will be very enjoyable to you if you're high.
You know what? This book might be even better if you're high.
But anyways,
That's what needs a
not that anyone here at TV Pop Culture would encourage anyone, especially minors, to go and get illegal drugs.
I'm not on drugs right now. I'm just laughing at this ridiculous.
But yeah. But anyways, I'm CJ,
I know.
and this has been the Long Box for the week of June 26th, 2013. And I'm gonna make sure Noah doesn't accidentally kill over from laughing. See you guys later.